Idea generation techniques and success factors. What is idea generation? Idea generation is described as the process of creating, developing and communicating abstract, concrete or visual ideas. It's the front-end part of the idea management funnel, and it focuses on coming up with possible solutions to perceived or actual problems and opportunities. Julia Kailiainen, 2019. In essence, idea generation becomes the starting point of the 6 distinct parts of innovation management, which are generating and collecting ideas, evaluating and prioritizing ideas, validating and testing ideas, and implementing ideas. 1. Generating and collecting ideas, defining the problems and coming up with possible ideas through brainstorming sessions. 2. Evaluating and prioritizing ideas, evaluating the generated ideas and prioritizing them according to their order of relevance to the problem's solutions. 3. Validating and testing ideas. Even though evaluation and prioritization are keys for sifting through a large mass of ideas, even the best assessments are often just educated guesses and thus likely to be wrong. The only way to combat this uncertainty is to actually test the ideas in real life. Depending on the size of the idea, it may cost a lot of money and time to test an idea, but nothing is costlier than using all of your time and money on something that will inevitably prove useless. Hence, testing helps you to work on something that can actually drive real progress, success. 4. Implementing ideas. The implementation of the idea is without a doubt the most impactful part of the process. According to the BCG 2015 Global Innovation Survey, 3 out of the top 6 challenges for innovation are related to the organization's ability to implement their ideas. Too long development times is actually the single biggest challenge by quite a large margin. Idea generating techniques. Idea challenge. Idea challenge is a focused group form of innovation where you raise a problem or opportunity with the hope of coming up with creative solutions. The point of Idea Challenge is to participate in ideation and generate ideas around a predefined theme for a limited period of time. It allows you to form a specific question and direct that question at a specific audience to receive new ideas and unique insights. Before setting up an idea challenge, it is important to define what you want to accomplish with it. There are 2 types of idea challenges: problem-centric and solution-centric approaches. You should first clarify whether you are looking to identify challenges or develop potential solutions for them. Scamper technique. The Scamper technique is created by Bob Eberle, and is a method used for problem solving and creative thinking. It is a holistic way of applying critical thinking to modify ideas, concepts or processes that already exist. The purpose of the Scamper is to adjust some parts of the existing idea or process to reach the best solution. It consists of 7 actions that can be used to replace parts in the process. The 7 actions include substitute, combine, adapt, modify, put to another use, eliminate and reverse. I. Substitute. Substitution technique refers to replacing a part of your product, concept or process with another to achieve even better outcome. E. Combine. The combine technique explores the possibility to combine 2 ideas into a single, more effective solution. E. Adapt. Adaptation analyzes the possibilities to make the process more flexible and focuses on other similar incremental improvements to the idea, process, or concept. IV. Modify. Modifying the idea looks at the problem or opportunity from a bigger perspective and aims for improving the overall results, not just the idea. V. Put to another use. This approach focuses on finding ways to use the idea or existing solution for another purpose and analyzes the possible benefits if applied to other parts of the business. VI. Eliminate. The elimination technique is quite straightforward. It examines the possible outcomes if one or more parts of the concept were eliminated. VII. Reverse. This action focuses on reversing the order of interchangeable elements of an idea. Opposite thinking. Opposite reverse thinking is a technique that can help you question long-held assumptions related to your business. It is a useful tool to consider if you feel your team is stuck with the conventional mindset, and coming up with those out-of-the-box ideas seems to be difficult. Often, finding the best solutions are not found through a linear thought process. Although our brains are wired that way, opposite thinking can help us question the norm. With this type of thinking, you consider the exact opposite of what is normal. You can even think backwards to find unconventional solutions. Brainstorm Cards. Brainstorm Cards are a useful tool created by the Board of Innovation for coming up with dozens of new ideas related to whatever challenge or problem you are currently working with. Brainstorm cards help you consider external factors such as societal trends, new technologies, and regulation in the context of your business. This approach allows you to generate a great number of ideas with little effort. Analogy thinking. Analogy thinking is a technique for using information from one source to solve a problem in another context. Often one solution to a problem or opportunity can be used to solve another problem. Analogy thinking can, for example, be used for analyzing a successful business, identifying what makes it great, and then applying those same principles for your business. This is an effortless method for coming up with new ideas that are pre-validated. Success factors with idea generation. Define the problem or opportunity. Although this seems obvious, the more accurately you are able to describe your current or perceived problem or opportunity, the better chances you have of actually generating useful ideas. Before you start, try to gather as much information about the problem as possible to get to the heart of the problem. Identify what you already know about it and what information is still needed. Involve the right people. For your ideation to be as productive as possible, it is important to involve the right people to the process. Engage those people who know about the topic and are genuinely interested in making a change in your organization. If your plan is to engage a larger group of people to generate ideas, make sure your audience is relevant and well informed on the subject. Set constraints. The belief that any idea is a good idea may hinder creativity, so make sure your goals are ambitious and specific enough. One way to get more of actually creative ideas from your audience is to set constraints. If your general goal was to reduce costs, it's likely that people would suggest ideas such as spending less on office equipment or buying cheaper coffee, for example. However, the ideas you will get will be a lot different if you had asked, "What could we do to save 70% on costs?" Without constraints, people typically come up with small suggestions for improvement with little or no creativity. But when describing the challenge in more detail and setting more ambitious goals, people really need to use their imagination to achieve a desired outcome. The timing. Timing is important from a competitive perspective, and it led many businesses to prominence despite a chaotic and busy market at their time of entry. When YouTube came on the scene, for example, there were already dozens of video streaming platforms. But because YouTube launched at a critical moment, after high-speed internet became the norm but before any other streaming service had risen to prominence, it enjoyed radical early success. The marketing, commercialization of the idea. How you package and market your idea matters. An inferior product that is branded in a more appealing, exciting, and unique way will always outsell its superior product that happens to have plain, non-memorable branding. This point may seem superfluous, but it critically affects customers' buying decisions. The crisis response. No matter how well you plan or how hard you work, something is going to go wrong. How you respond to a crisis is far more important than how likely you are to avoid one. One poorly treated crisis can liquidate company or other consequences, so think carefully about your response plan. Key points. 1. The purpose of generating new ideas is about improving what already exists as well as coming up with something new. 2. Idea generation can help you approach a problem or an opportunity from a new perspective. It enables you to expand the range of ideas beyond your current way of thinking, which eventually leads to more ideas. 3. There are several different methods and techniques that can be used to challenge that conventional mindset and to get more of those high-quality ideas. 4. The knowledge of the techniques and success factors to idea generation help you to make necessary adjustments and maximize your chances for success. For further support, at Talent and Skills Hub, you can be supported by our instructors, academic skills advisors and mentors for idea generation. You can book appointment for one-to-one or group tutoring through our website, ts-hub.com.